The people that live in this area are part of the first employees here. They were part of the contracting team that actually started building the site. The moment I stepped on this plant site, I had 400 people that if push came to shove, they'd be there for me. I actually met my husband here at Clinton. I always joke around and say it was love at first sight because this was the first site we worked at. It was this group here at Clinton that helped me with all of my craftiness for my wedding and all that jazz. So there's been a number of wedding showers that I've planned for colleagues, employees. They've helped me with my wedding showers and baby showers. And during Global Day of Purpose, we normally have a huge turnout of employees that will be able to go and completely clean up or build. We've all pitched in and helped, whether it's a volunteer program that we're facilitating here or purchasing Boy Scout popcorn or Girl Scout cookies. It's part of why we're all here. It's also part of why I fundamentally like working for Elanco, because Elanco enables my ability to give back. I feel like this plant site is the site that helped me grow up professionally, showed me the ropes here at Clinton. If you would have asked the 20-something-year-old Casey, what do you want to do when you grow up? It would have been this role, being a site head at Clinton Labs. So if you would have asked me in, November or December of 2019, what's going to be your biggest challenge when you start as the site head of Clinton, it definitely wouldn't have been COVID or a pandemic. It was probably within the first few weeks of starting here at Clinton, we did a tabletop exercise of what are we going to do if COVID comes to the U.S., if it comes to this area, and we have to adjust to operations, adjust how we're doing business. How are you going to keep running if so many employees are out sick or you've run out of raw materials because one of your raw material vendors have had to shut down? We went through that whole exercise, and at the time it kind of felt like, is this really going to happen, or are we just going through the exercise to go through it? But I won't ever forget, probably 6 months later, one of my lead team members said, yeah, I thought you were crazy making us go through that whole tabletop exercise. And then here we are. So I'm glad that we did. We need to protect our employees. We also need to protect the business because our customers need our product. Our product it's critical to the food chain. And so there's a lot of responsibility with that. But it was also a constant balance of how are some of the requirements or expectations that we're laying out, how is it impacting our employees? We've been having more Zoom meetings than face-to-face out on the floor meetings. They've had probably eaten lunch by themselves more than what we would normally do. I would say for most people, either work is a relief and a relaxing place, or home is a relief and a relaxing place, or both. It'd be wonderful if both were, but usually if one isn't, the other is. And through this whole pandemic, I feel like both were fairly stressful. I mean, you had expectations and separation at work, but then you also had that at home where you probably weren't visiting your friends and family as much. So that mental health piece was one that was constantly on my mind.